Guys, welcome aboard. Great to have you all. I'm going to kick things off right now. Um, didn't plan this one too much either, but it's just because you've got a bit of news coming into the market um, via several different outlets, which I'll go over. So let's get onto it right now. Let everyone know we're starting a session for the London session. We did lots of pairs yesterday. If you're watching me on YouTube or you're watching me on TradingView, don't forget my free training is underneath. You can go ahead and grab it. It will change things greatly for yourself. Mainly my focus today is the global indices um, and pound and euro dollar pairs. So I'm just going to do those first, and then I'm going to do a quick run over on indices. It won't be an enormously long stream today. And the reason why is just because I've done a lot of them lately. Loads of people are watching them, so I give people time to go over them. Now, this morning, London time, it's 9:21. You've had Norwegian CPI come out at 3.3% when they're forecast at 4%. So a big change there. You saw a fall in the dollar NOK, NOK. Then you've got the Bank of Japan contemplating raising their fiscal year price outlook to near 3%. You've had a move in the yens, but not so much. But the main news of today that's moving everything is probably the World Economic Outlook and the International Monetary Fund. The International Monetary Fund today, or this morning around 9 o'clock, have said that they have lowered global GDP growth outlook to 2.9% from 3%. So a bit of a drop there as well. And they also are warning that, I'm just reading it off here while sending an email here to let everyone know we're starting. They're also warning of inflation's tenacity and weaker global growth. So a lot of the sentiment today that's come out regarding the World Economic Outlook is not particularly strong. However, you've had various indice markets go up. I'm going to short them shortly. Um, so we're going to go over all of that. I'm just going to send an email to everyone who follows me. Again, as I said, if you're watching this on TradingView YouTube, wherever it is, don't forget to click the link underneath because my free training's there. Don't forget to press the boost button. Of course, as always, if you watch me here regularly, I haven't refreshed it, that's why it's on 0. But if you can smash that boost button now, that'd be fantastic. If you can write a question, that would be even better. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to press send and then we're going to go for it. Let me know how you're doing as well, guys, in the chat box, as well as your question. I'm quite popular on here on TradingView, fortunately for myself. A lot of you lovely people come along and watch me, and many of you are my students, and I'm sure you come along and benefit your learning that way. Some of you, I'm sure, are still in bed because you're on the other side of the world. Um, so, so yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter where you are and what you're doing. We're going to cover it all. If anyone's got the indice market as well, okay, that is in your area or economic zone, i.e. if you're in Japan and you want me to cover the Japan 225, I can do that. I like it short actually at the moment. I trade a lot of global indexes, stock indexes. So yeah, I think everyone's aware. Do smash the like, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, do press like, subscribe, and share. Links underneath for my free training. It will change your life in the world of trading. And put a question in the live chat. So the reason why I'm just going to cover the pounds really quickly, I mean the pound dollar, the euro dollar, is because yesterday we were talking about this. Now I'd already called it long here and slightly, I'll move my chart slightly. I called it long here and hopefully you exited that before, and I called it long here, hopefully you're out as well. Now, I then changed my bias here and I said, look, you could have an early short, okay, and exit your longs. Now, just looking off the news today and what it's done to markets, I don't think it looks so convincing that it's going to drop immediately. And I think that dollar strength is waning just because of the news that's come out. Now, that's one of the ways which you can change your bias based on the news unfolding. And it's really important to do that because if you don't, you'll find that you start to make worse decisions. If you're looking at the market as it is now and you're trading factually, you can make a decision to change your bias at any time based on what you can see, which is exactly what I'm doing now. So your shorts will probably be in minor gains. I would close your shorts, and I'm reacting to the fact that this candle wick is looking really strong. That fall has hardly done anything coming straight to MAs. So it wouldn't entirely shock me if you come above. And coupled with that is the fact that if you just look there, okay, and there, these are areas which you've just hit several times in recent quick succession. So I wouldn't be surprised if you come up. However, do not buy this. I'm not saying to buy it because buying it now is not, it doesn't make sense because you've got these short zones. But that doesn't mean you can't just stay out the market and wait and see what happens, which is exactly what I would do. Okay, so I think you'll go higher, but I wouldn't buy it now. You could take it lightly long, let's say if you drop down here. But that is a change in my bias, and that's why I've done this stream. Okay. Euro dollar, I really like the FTSE. I'm going to get short in a minute. I actually need to manage my broker account because I'm going to short the CAC and I'm going to short the FTSE. Just need it. I really like them both. Well, specifically on the FTSE, just because it's moving now. I like it. Oh, these pens. If you follow me a lot and you watch me, you'll know I hate the pens on this site. They always stay clicked and then you end up dragging random lines across the screen. That monthly resistance isn't enormously strong, but that is the place where I'm going to scale into the short side. I've also got longs I was holding out of those longs for minor gains because I took them earlier as DCA longs. Okay, I'm mixing on both sides and I'm going to reaffirm my shorts. Just now and set my orders so we can continue. Okay, wait, okay, I think we're set. Just check the CAC. French stock market as well, I like short. For me, it's going to be ideal around here. I've actually started learning a lot of French lately. Two aren't completely related, me learning French and trading these markets, but it's just interesting to do so. Now, you've already had rejection just now on this. Okay, so again, I have to think to myself, okay, what am I going to do? If I was looking to short it slightly higher, there's the pen again. If I was looking to short it slightly higher and I'm seeing rejection, what do I want to do about it? Okay, is that significant to me? Now, if the market rallies faster to the upside, I would probably hold off my shorts, look for entry confirmation. Okay, that would have been ideal to into. I have missed it. I've got orders slightly above, so if we get a move, I will go over that. I'm just going to cover the euro dollar first. The euro dollar, like the pound, my bias is changing. Anytime you see a candle that looks like that, okay, and it is followed after drop thus far, okay, hardly anywhere at all. It's literally, what, 0.66%. The market has failed to push down significantly, and now you can see an immediate rise to the upside. So you've got to be able to change your bias at all times. That's why I said, unless you've got market rules, you're going to struggle. Okay, and the reason why is because you've got to adjust your bias as the market unfolds, which is what we're seeing now. You've got to change because that candle that you're seeing now in your hourly is pushing really harshly into this. If there was strong sell side bias there and people liked it short immediately, that's what would be happening. But that's not happening. You're just getting a large green candle. So it's exactly the same as I said with the FTSE and what's going on there. I can see I wanted it short at about 762.20, nearer to your key monthly resistance. Today you've come up literally at the lowest 75.38 points, okay, and that's taken you all the way down. Now, if we start to rush back into my level of 7620 on the FTSE really harshly, just like the euro is rallying up to this high, then I will change my direction. Okay, Oil, I took gains on longs. Okay. I think you will get higher. Still got hedge longs higher up, so I'm not massively fussed about it. I think you'll get up there. I wouldn't buy it now. It's too late. I'd only buy it down here. And I'll short up here. I'll do it carefully because you've got a lot of new sentiment regarding wars and things like that, which could massively affect the price of oil. The DAX, a lot like your CAC actually. The DAX, I like it 1547 at the earliest level of convenience, i.e. weekly resistance, close to these key MAs. That's where I like the DAX. It's very similar to the CAC. Okay, the DAX, the CAC, all of it. I like it short because you're coming to very early levels of resistance. And when you come to early levels of resistance, mid growing poor market sentiment, especially via today, you notice a very quick change. So the CAC, I'm going to short very, very soon. So the CACs are short, the FTSEs are short, DAXs are short, all the global index markets. If I just go onto a futures market like this, I'm going to do a video on the S&P, but this is also a short. You're slamming back straight to these key moving averages. I'm actually going to short the FTSE now, I think. I'm going to do it slightly different size to what I was. A little bit late on entry, so I've reduced my size. I'm also willing to hold those shorts. Bear with me a moment. As I said, I'm going to adjust my size. Oh, wrong button. I've just shorted the pound New Zealand by accident. Close that. Let's go to the FTSE. Short. Okay. Short. I'm going to wait slightly on the CAC. But yeah, the S&P futures as well, that is also a short. Okay, these index markets have come up and up. Now you're getting to a point where you are going to see some kind of action. You're either going to blow straight up, okay, or you're going to come straight back down. Remains to be seen. I'll probably add further on the FTSE at about 76.80. I would say the chart of the day is the S&P 500, just because of all these key MAs. You've got so many factors, if you like. Okay, you can right up here, so you're coming into early resistance. These moving averages are very much key. Better look at the chat box. If anyone has any questions, don't forget to press, type it, type it out. That's the only way I can assist you. Just managing my portfolio, then we can continue, because it means I won't have anything else to place just at the moment. So I think set, as I said, it might be slightly early on the FTSE, slightly, but I have dropped my size. Same for the CAC. So the CAC, the DAX, the S&P, the FTSE, it's all short. And it's resistance level 1, so I would consider your size very carefully. Your FTSE is now re-attacking the point that I just said. Okay, if it goes through it, I wouldn't be immediately shocked, but I'm willing to add higher up and I'm willing to DCA. Okay, if you look on your time frames like your weekly, there's a lot in the way. I think ultimately this is going to be really healthy for resistance. I'll add it 7690, but I'll do it lightly. So let's go to the questions. Has anyone got any questions? If you can smash the like as well, that'd be great. I'll refresh it in a sec. Questions just in the box. If you want to DM it to me on Discord, feel free. I did say this was going to be quite brief, this one, so it probably will be. It's only been about 15 minutes. But I've gone over all of this. I said to hold your gold longs and lock in gains. Okay, gold is now coming up and up and up. I would consider an in-the-money stop loss, the trailing stop underneath these points of support. And I would hold it long. I would hold it long until you get to your 1883 area, because again, much like your indexes, that's your early level of resistance. So that is that. I've covered many dollar pairs, but I think the main thing of today is that I'm shorting all indexes. They're they're rising very harshly. I mean, it's weird really because you've got lots of sentiment that is basically describing how there's going to be lower growth, which isn't too convincing at all. You've also got China news, China moles, new stimulus and higher deficit. Okay. Mm, So yeah, a lot of negative sentiment. And on the day, you've already come up. I mean, you started off. See, this is really interesting. This is why I like shorting these things on impulse because you started off the day roughly about 7517 on the FTSE. You've gone up 100 points in a day. That is impulse. That is too quick. Okay, and it could easily follow rejection. I wouldn't be surprised if it does because people like myself pull off longs and they get short. Okay, because if you're removing a buy position and taking profit, you are naturally shorting the market. Okay, your bias becomes short. You have to remember that. I'll kill this at 7526. I should think at the earliest weekly support. So if it falls all in the day, that'd be ideal. Will it happen? Who knows? But I want to kill it down here and I'll flip lightly long at that point. So I think that's it. I wouldn't be shocked if you get to 7630 on that. But like I said, all these global indices, they're all short, in my opinion. And I'll do a couple of videos there today. So, of course, as always, if you enjoyed this, if you're watching it on YouTube, like, comment. If you're watching it on TradingView, do press the like and follow me and get my free training underneath. It's right there to be learned from. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one, guys.